for that introduction and for playing that clip. First, let me say to everyone, I'm delighted to have everyone here today for our small business information session to discuss what we just talked about in the video. Financial Crimes Enforcement Network's Beneficial Ownership Information, or we call it BOI, reporting rule. We've brought in the top people from the United States Treasury Department who are in charge of overseeing the implementation of the rule to help explain what you're all responsible for submitting. Of course, Undersecretary Brian Nelson is here today, and you'll hear from him. And in that role, he manages the TFI, and that's the Terrorism and Financial Intelligence efforts, to identify and disrupt financing streams for terrorists, for criminals, and for other threats to our national security. Director Gacke is the Director of FinCEN, which is one of the components of TFI. FinCEN's mission is to safeguard our financial systems from illicit use and to combat money laundering. And I'm going to let the experts get into all the details about this, but I'll just give you a very high-level snapshot of the BOI rule and why we're organized here today and why we wanted you as small business owners to be here and participate. For the last couple of months, at every event that I've attended with business owners, I've posed the question, how many people know about this beneficial rule? First group, 7 people, 1 person knew. 30 people, 2 individuals. And out of all of that, only 1 person said, and I actually filled it out when I first heard about it 4 or 5 months ago. People started asking, what is this? What does it do? What information would I have to put? I knew then that I needed to bring the experts in because the rule, it is new, as you will hear, and it applies to small businesses, and it started January 1 of this year, requiring you to identify the beneficial owner of your companies. And you're probably wondering, if I own a restaurant or a barber shop or a boutique or a consulting firm or a printing shop, or I bake cupcakes, why on earth do I have to submit this information to this office at Treasury that I've never even heard of? Okay, it'll be on you, Director Beatty, because FinCEN, Undersecretary, they know you. I mean, I said to someone, Undersecretary Nelson is coming, and they were like, oh, I saw Undersecretary Nelson on TV. I mean, is he flying in on Air Force One, and is he coming with an entourage? Well, he asked me to clarify this. He did not fly in on Air Force One. He has probably flown on Air Force One, but he is as big of a big deal to you. He is also to me when he comes to visit me in my Washington office. Well, the answer I said back to that person is, that's the reason why we're here. It's intended to be a dialogue. They're going to walk you through it. They have an amazing video clip that they're going to show, and we're going to allow time for you to ask some of the questions. And I am hopeful that you will ask them some very direct questions about the form if you have it, and don't be shy about it. Because, where's Otto? Otto Beatty the third, I text Otto and I asked him, I said, do you think I have to fill out this form for my little small business? And you know what, one answer came back, yes. So I actually went online to fill it out, and I had some problems with it. And so when I asked them about that, they walked me through what I should and I shouldn't be doing and what information you need to have in hand when you get ready to fill it out. So I know it was helpful to me, and I am sure it will be helpful to you. So now, the last thing is, I did ask the Secretary offline, because many of you have started going online and Googling this and reading about it, and yes, you did read that there could be a fine of $500+ a day. Well, Secretary Yellen assured me, quote, I want them to know, small businesses, about the rule, but we're not looking to penalize small businesses. Our intent is not to go after them, and everybody can do the math in your head at $500 a day. If you're 3 months, 6 months ahead, that could be certainly a disaster to any business, let alone a small business. So let me, without further ado, go now to Undersecretary Nelson and Director Gackey.